Hello folks, and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party and VR Displayed. Today we're going to take a look at Waltz of the Wizard. It is developed by Alden. You can pick it up on Steam for free. It is only available for the HTC Vive currently. So let's go ahead and get started. You can see our controllers are actually hands. When you click the triggers, it kind of grabs in the air. Pretty cool, pretty creepy. So, this game being free is somewhat limited on content, but it actually is quite enjoyable. I strongly suggest anyone with an HTC Vive to check it out. Before we get to like some of the in stuff, I consider that a little bit spoilery, and I'll give you a warning ahead of time so that you can stop it if you're interested to go check it out for yourself, so you're not thrown off guard. So the idea here is that you are a wizard in your tower, and you can use these reagents over here to create spells. Now, I actually already have all the spells. I didn't want to do those like while you're watching, just because it's different reagents to create different spells, and it wouldn't be interesting trying to watch me remember what they are. But just to show you an example, you have to take one from each table. So we grab this, throw in an eyeball, because of course we're going to throw the eyeball in. And then one of these potions, let's go with this one. Just pour it on in. And of course throw it away.
Makes objects fly and flutter by. Hold very still for them to land, and you may meet and fly.
Okay, so basically all we got to do is, well, oh, I think I turned the spell off by accident. I got too close. This resets the spell. So once you've learned them, they go up here into these little snow globes. So since that was transmute, let's go ahead and do that again. Let's go and grab it, throw it in the pot. And now,
a touch from cursed hands makes objects fly and flutter by.
That's enough out of you. So as you can see, now we have a whole bunch of butterflies, and if we hold our hand out and hold it still, we should have a visitor. Oh, looks like it went to my other hand. Let's hold it up here first. Let's hold them both up for a second. Come on, butterflies. Land on my glowing, scary hands. There we go. We can get a little close if we go really, really slow. Take a good look at them. All right, guys. And then to reset the spell, you hold your hand here, and you can see it resets the spell. Now, you cannot have more than one spell going at a time. And I'm going to go over the spells first, but there are some things not related to the spells. In fact, some of my favorite things are not spell related at all. But let's go ahead and go through all of them. The Conductor, aka, this is basically what it's going to be like to be a Jedi.
The Old One spoke of strings that tie reality together. Bring things under your control by pulling on their tether.
Alright, so what you do here is you hold your hand out, and when I pull the trigger, we kind of grab them and we can move them with our hand. And it's based on how quickly you move. So we can move it up to the side. We can grab it with our other hand as well. We can bring it all down. And we can do it with both hands. Oh, that one's really bouncing. And that knight will actually throw stuff as it comes at him. With stuff floating around, he does that a lot. Now this one is cool. This makes me really want to see like a Star Wars game where you can control the Force and use like Force push to push or grab objects and like throw them at the enemies. Now, it's not as responsive as I would like. So for example, let me try to grab this chair. Like I want to pull it towards me a little bit, but stop it. It's a little bit difficult to do. So it's a little, I would like to see a little bit more control. But again, this is a free game, so you can't really expect much. I think, again, this was just them kind of experimenting, see some of the cool stuff they could do with VR. But I have to say, this is one of the cooler feeling spells. Again, it might not come through in the video, but actually moving your arms around and throwing stuff across the room feels really, really nice. Yes, it could use a little, whoopsie. That's fine, it'll replace itself. See, look, that's the nice thing about being a wizard. You can break everything and it'll just fix itself right back. But as I was saying, yeah, it could use a little bit more control, but like I say, it's very satisfying. He doesn't like when you throw other stuff in there. Let's go ahead and cancel the spell. And you can see everything falls. So let's check out transmute. Did we just do transmute? Yes, I think we did. Let's pick giant.
Folk accept that size is fixed. On this they are reliant. But once this potion has been mixed, you will be a giant.
Okay, just toss them out there. I like this one as well. This one feels pretty cool. And now, as far as movement, he's stuck. He can't throw that object here. Can I help you out there? There we go. He got in a loop there. He couldn't actually throw it. I like this one a lot. It just kind of gives you a cool like perspective change from being the giant. There's a lot of things you can't really mess with up here. You also cannot. You don't have that standard VR control where you can teleport from place to place. This is all one-to-one movement. So if you have a very small space or even a standing space, you can't really move around the room a lot. It doesn't really matter because honestly, from this spot in the center, you can do everything that really is available. Being able to move around the room just lets you do some other stuff. Like see, I can't even mess with that, but I can pick up stuff like that off the tray. Oh, there's a giant. Let's send him out. Get out of here. Get out of here. I love doing that. I love the little stuff like too. If you keep an eye, there's somebody will pop up over there and you can shoot at him and he falls down the stairs. Nothing happens, like he doesn't attack, but we don't want people spying on us. That's creepy. So let's try the reanimator.
Is an object living or is it dead? That's rarely a debate. But with this magic, you can make it so that they reanimate.
Now this
Just poke something.
spell just makes stuff fly over the room. Let's touch everything. There we go. So we get a lot of things flying around. You don't have any control over it as far as I can tell. But it is kind of fun to watch them fly around and then just fall to the ground. Not much to that one. Go ahead and turn it off. Air drawing.
Imagination stirs the planet, its potential endless. Unleash it through your fingertips. The whole world is your canvas.
So this that you draw, and then once you're finished drawing, it actually becomes a physical object. And it has limited interactions. And you can see it kind of knocks those things off. It doesn't loop it that well. Well, of course now it's going to make a liar out of me. But you can see it kind of clips through if you do it quicker. But again, I don't expect it to be perfect. And I can see more creative people coming up with more interesting things. One thing you cannot do is once you started, I can't like say, oh, it's missing something. Let's go ahead and draw that and throw that. Oops, not you. I can't like merge it, and I can't, as far as I can tell, I can't like extend the drawing. So even if I start over here, yeah, it just cuts off. So you basically had to, it's like an Etch-a-Sketch basically. An air Etch-a-Sketch. So if I want to say like eat at Joe's, I'd have to do something like eat. Oh, and I think you're limited in how much you can do. So hold on, let me try to do it as in little strokes as possible. Because I was trying to do this before, and it kept cutting off early. There we go. This way you have kind of a neon sign effect. I would like to see, again, to build on that, allow you to like stop drawing and then pick it up somewhere else. I wonder if you can hang them on each other. No, you can't. That one's, again, fairly limited, but again, free game, so expectations set appropriately. Let's try Puppeteer.
Move an object through the air while filling it with powers. Move and let go anywhere. Their dance will last for hours.
Now this one's pretty cool. First things first, you're going to notice as we go through... Alright, he needs to relax. First thing you're going to notice is that the room's pretty trashed right now, right? So one thing we can do to fix that is we fix the menu, click the menu button to get 4 options. We can restore the room back to just like when we first came in. We can reset all the progress, which means we have to redo the spells. You can change your quality setting here, and you can also learn about it. So let's just reset the room. And we keep our spells, but everything's back in place, ready for us to trash it all over again. So let's go ahead and do Puppeteer.
Move an object through the air.
All right, so we know this. So this one's pretty cool.
Move and let go anywhere. Their dance will
So notice the
last
green stream.
hours.
the green stream behind it.
Grab an object.
Now, when I let go, it will not only follow the same path that I dropped it in, but the speed. So now, if I say, let's grab 2 chess pieces. We'll make them go a little bit faster, and we'll go really fast here, and we'll let go. And now they'll bounce around. And you can do that with as much as you want until, I don't know if the spell ever runs out or not. But that's pretty cool. Then they'll go back to the original position, but then they'll follow that path that you set out. That kind of stuff is pretty neat. That's one reason I wish you could keep spells going. Unfortunately, like I said, you can't. Or use more than one spell at once. So I wish you could switch to another spell, because it'd be kind of cool to set all this stuff floating around you and doing this various dances while you get other spells going. But you can't. Again, not a big deal. So let's go ahead and reset. Everything falls to the ground. Important stuff if you throw it away. Who's laughing now? Now, that's one other thing, and this is one of those things that's really weird if you are not familiar. Can I shoot that bat? Oh, come on. Oh, he's harder to shoot in 3D, all right. Trying to lead him a little bit. Almost. All right. It was a nice try. The throwing in this game doesn't feel exactly right. It feels a little bit off. And it's more noticeable after playing, what did you call it? The Job Simulator. It's more off because Job Simulator, the throwing feels dead on. And again, it might seem an odd, I just keep getting stuck in that same spot. It might seem odd to mention, but once you've played a game that gets it, like, makes it feel really, really accurate, it's incredibly noticeable when another game doesn't have it. Again, not really a big deal since this is a paid-for game. I keep going it to the right. Now, it could just be me throwing it wrong, too, of course. Of course, this time it goes right out the window. Anyway, so let's try something else. We'll save Fireball. Fireball is my favorite. We'll save that one.
Every object in the world is chained by what it weighs, but with his power it will seem like they're in outer space. Simply touch something.
Actually, you stay. Oh. This turns into a sword. We'll go over the sword in a little bit. Alright, let's turn the spell off. Basically, just makes things that you touch weightless. Alright, so let's do my favorite spell, Fireball.
Many men have dreamt of having its destructive power grow a fire in your hand and destroy your tower.
Speaking of satisfying, yes, this is what we want to see in more games. More fireballs. Excuse me, sir. I cannot hit him. I'm like, oh, right between his arms. Oh, come on now. All right. Well, if you hit him, boom. If you hit him, he just like falls down the stairs. But like I say, it does feel a little bit off. Like I was trying to throw that one here, but it was a little bit off. And at first I thought it was maybe a push thing, which you can do that. Like, so I'm just kind of pushing forward. That doesn't seem quite like it. Oh, we gotta blow that up. There we go. That's more like it. The knight doesn't care. He doesn't care. All right, so that's all the spells. There are some little hidden things as well. So, for example, as I talked about before, you can actually throw things to the knight. You know, catch them, and you can throw it back, which is pretty fun. Let's reset the room because I lost the sword. I don't know where it went. Let's restore the room. Sorry, I keep fiddling with my hands. These earplugs that come with the Vive, not very good. They do not stick in worth a damn. I need to switch to a different size. So this sword, when you pick this up, this little thing comes out, and you play. Ooh. You play, what is it, Fruit Ninja. We need a Fruit Ninja for VR, which there actually might already be, I don't know. This is much more difficult in 3D than you would think it would be. But apparently you can, if you keep playing this, and I haven't done it enough, apparently it does get harder to the point that he actually stops spitting out stuff. Like, you know, I guess you beat the game. I like how sometimes they split. I try to split it. Can I split it? Oh, to a little bit longer. All right. And then when you let it go, he stops. There's a few other things. If you blow in the trumpet, that's not really a big deal. You can kind of look through the looking glass here, but that's the wrong side. Switch the other hand. You can see it's kind of zoomed in. Wow, it's my hand shaking that bad.
The pot is not intended as a child's plaything. Had I not put a rejection spell on this pot, Master.
Let's see, what else is there? I want to show you the orbs last, because that's one of the other awesome things. In fact, one of those rooms in particular is my favorite. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the orbs. Now these orbs, they don't really tell you this, but you just kind of pick them up, and these notes go off, and you conveniently have this xylophone labeled gateway here. So, if we follow the pattern, which I'm partially colorblind, so I apologize if I mess this up. You have yellow, orange, red, blue. You hit both. Yellow, orange, red, blue, silver, blue, green.
What darkness waits beyond the portals? Only time can tell. A single touch from puny mortals leads to bliss or living hell.
Alright, let's see what's through here. Now, this does have a little bit of a spoiler. So, if those of you who kind of are planning on trying this yourselves in your Vive, you might want to log out now. Go ahead and hold this at a good angle. This is about right. This is a huge shield. Or maybe it's regular size. I don't know. As many games as I play, I've never really actually held a shield. Put you back. Uh-oh. Sounds bad. Oh, easy. Maybe we can scare it away. I don't think that worked. Alright, so we better be ready. What kind of hell beast is coming for us? Yay, Kitty! I love you, Kitty. Come on, Kitty. I want to pet the kitty. No, not the sword. No! And there she goes. That's all there is to this one. I know there's an RPG with VR. I'm really looking forward to trying that, where you actually have shields and spells and stuff. Looking forward to that. Alright, so I want to show one last portal. It is here. My right controller sometimes goes wonk. Alright. Let's grab it. No, you. Spin it around. There we go. Alright, so purple, silver, purple, teal, question marks, purple, orange, purple, blue, purple.
What darkness waits beyond
I know.
the time? Note the cage. It has captured another human specimen. Inform it to lower its arms, and to destroy the creature if it attempts to escape. Look, it has seen us.
So these guys will...
Humans simply keep staring. They know no etiquette in the face of gods.
So these guys will comment based on whatever you're looking at.
Let the record show that the human has noticed the dancing lighthouse.
And this room actually changes a little bit each time you come in.
Let us notice the lighthouse nearest to it. Let us observe this closely. Now it's watching the broken lighthouse.
Then there's whatever that is.
It is mesmerized. Lower life forms tend to imitate each other.
And if you try to move forward, these cages come up to stop you. So we'll stand back.
Look, it's crouching.
It sure is.
It doesn't seem able to look away. Make note of it.
So as you look at these guys more, they'll pop something else. Now, this is one of those experiences.
It's moving around. Perhaps it hasn't figured out it's in a cage.
Huh. Actually, I haven't heard that one before. And this is like the 4th time I've done this. But this is one of those experiences where, like, seeing it is one thing, but being in VR, actually on the ground, looking up at these massive beings, like looking down at you, like really gives you that foreboding feeling of like, oh wow, I'm really pretty much at their mercy. And just really awing experience. Like, this is the kind of stuff I really want to see more of. I want a bunch of gods looking down at me, mocking me, treating me like some kind of an animal. Pick this up first.
Let the record show the human picked up the Garaka man.
Oh, no.
It broke it. Oh, such stupidity.
Thank you, sir.
It chooses the cylinder. Is it listening to the cylinder? Yes, it kneels before us.
I wasn't kneeling, I was putting it down gently.
It has picked up the disturbing.
Where my head?
Yes, witness the observers that watch us all.
Notice they disappear when I do that, which is pretty interesting. So I guess these guys are right up close.
If the human truly understood what is looking at him, he wouldn't be as enthusiastic.
Ha. I would still at least be as snarky, I think. I'd like to think that.
He threw away the disturbing, ungrateful creature. Perhaps it's trying to catch a glow speck. The idiot.
I can grab this? It won't let me pick it back up. Interesting. So in a second here, I think they send you back.
This pathetic creature has wasted our time long enough. Send it back to where it came from.
All right. And that was Waltz of the Wizard. So, especially for a free game, or free experience, whatever you want to call it, it was actually really neat. Especially that whole god thing at the end. I love the perspective, and just kind of that, oh, like you really are at these guys' mercy, and it was just really, really cool experience. It doesn't seem like there's much to it, but again, seeing it in VR was a whole nother thing. Some of these spells are pretty fun to mess around with. Again, this is not the type of thing you're going to load up and mess around with for an hour, right? But it's cool to log in or load it up and just kind of mess around and see what could be coming down the line when even, you know, any of these mechanics make it into a full game, especially stuff like the spells and being able to pull stuff and use them as weapons and, you know, cast fireballs, and, you know, you can throw fast fireballs, maybe it'll do more damage, you know, whatever. Anyway, there's a ton of possibilities there. But yeah, if you have an HTC Vive, I strongly recommend getting this. It's not a very big download. It's free. Really, there's no reason to check it out. You could probably go through the whole thing in like 30, 45 minutes, if that. But yeah, definitely worth checking it out. So anyway, if you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.